morning, students. Welcome back to the SBR online classes. In previous class, we have gone through the financial management, the meaning of finance, and role and importance of finance. And even I had explained about the types of sources. There are two types of sources in finance. One is the short-term finance, and another one is the long-term finance. Short-term finance means they require the finance for their day-to-day working to purchase the raw materials. That kind of a short-term finance, that period is only from 3 months to the 1 year. That is comes under a first type of finance. And another one is the long-term finance. Long-term finance means they require the money for fixed assets. Fixed assets means, for example, land. For example, if they want to purchase any kind of machines that to be used for a long period, that is called as the what we can say it as a long-term finance. So here we are having two types of finance in a business concern. And now you people already have learned about the issue of shares. How much I taught? You know very well. That is the issue of shares and debentures. Up to there I had explained about this short-term finance and long-term finance. Now you are going to learn about financial institutions. On which institutions they are going to get finance. Who are the assisters? Means they are going to assist whom? The investors. Investors means the person who is going to invest the money is called as the investor. How they are going to invest the money in a business? So who is the institution behind of that person? Who is helping him? They can get the loan from whom? Banks and from money lenders. But before that, you are going to learn about financial institutions. In this financial management, now you are going to learn about which one? That is, you can say it as a financial institutions. So here you are going to learn about first one. Which one? Industrial finance corporations of India. So this was set up in the year of 1948. So this is the short form of this Industrial Finance Corporation of India is IFCI. Second one is SFC, State Financial Corporations. State Financial Corporations. So here this is known as SFC. Third one, IDBI, Industrial Red on the palms. Industrial Development Bank of India. This is known as IDBI. The long form of IDBI is Industrial Development Bank of India. Next one is the Exim Bank. That is the Export and Import Bank. Export and Import Bank. Next one is the Cooperative Schedule and Commercial Banks. Next one, last one is Cooperative Societies. Here, how many are there? They have given a financial institution's name. So that is first one is the IFCI, second one is the SFC, third one is the IDBI, fourth one is the Exim Bank, that is Export and Import Bank, scheduled and commercial banks. For example, SBI is there, Syndicate Bank is there, and Canara Bank is there. So that all are comes under which one? Commercial banks. And another one you are having cooperative banks. In rural areas and in some other areas, you people are having cooperative banks. These are nothing but they are assisting to whom the businessman. They are going to help to whom the investors, those who want to invest the money in a business organization. So here now let us come to know about first one, that is known as Industrial Finance Corporation of India, IFCI. So this one, it was set up in the year of 1948. According to that Parliament Act, this one, it was set up in under the Parliament to provide long-term financial assistance to industry. What is the main objective of this IFCI? It was set up in the year of 1948 to provide which kind of finance? Long-term finance. Which industries? That is maybe it is a small scale and large scale, medium scale industries. So here they are going to get long-term finance by this institution. That is first one, that is known as Industrial Finance Corporation of India. According to that Parliament Act, it has introduced, it has set up this Finance Corporation of India to provide long-term, what long-term finance to whom? To whom? To industries. So like this way, industries are getting the finance from a first institution. State-owned public limited companies and can also borrow funds from the corporation. So here the corporation grants loans to public limited companies. The corporation, this one institution, this one corporation, it is going to grant a loan for whom? To the public limited companies. Public limited companies means some companies are there that are under the ownership of whom? Government. Some companies, I think you have seen that Mysore Steel and Iron Limited Company is there. So that is public oriented, not by private person. So here we people are having some public limited companies as well as private limited companies. Some public limited companies, they are getting this Industrial Finance Corporation, it is going to grant a loan for them. So this is comes under the first one. Second one, State Finance Corporation. Here Industrial Finance Corporation is there. State level. State level means we people are having how many states in India? You know very well. Yes, how many are there? 29 states. And how many union territories are there? 7. So here, like this way, when we are having states means that states are getting the loan from how? By these institutions. State Financial Corporation. So this State Financial Corporation, it was passed. This act was passed in the year of 1951. And this one, it is except the Jammu and Kashmir. Which one? Except the state called as the Jammu and Kashmir. Have you seen any industries, small scale and medium scale industries in Jammu and Kashmir? Have you seen any kind of industries in Jammu and Kashmir? No, except that one, in other states, we people are having industries. And due to that reason, except that Jammu and Kashmir, in other states, this SFC, State Financial Corporation, is going to provide. It is going to grant the loan for whom? Small scale and medium scale industries to respected states. To their respected states. This is the second corporation, or you can say it as a second institution. And this corporation is to provide long-term finance to small. Here, it is which kind of finance to be provided? Long-term or short-term? Long-term finance. They are going to provide which kind of loan? Long-term loans. To whom? Small scale and medium scale industries means, for example, any kind of small products to be produced, that is comes under small scale. Any medium size means that is, for example, any kind of small machines to be produced that are comes under the medium scale industries. Next one is the Industrial Development Bank of India. Have you seen that IDBI bank anywhere in Gulbarga? Have you seen near to the where St. Mary's School? While crossing through that St. Mary's School, that road it links to where? Timapur Circle. That road in that one bank is there. Have you seen or no? In front of Kuba Plata, one bank is there. That bank name is IDBI. So this one bank is nothing but Industrial Development Bank of India. It is providing the loan for whom to the industries. It was established in the year 1964 under the Industrial Development Act of 1964. It was fully owned subsidiary bank by RBI. So this one, it was established in which year was that is 1964, and this one fully owned by RBI. RBI means Reserve Bank of India. The money, whichever money it is printed, that is the paper money that to be printed by which one? Reserve Bank of our India. I think on note, all of you have seen the signature of our Governor of RBI. Have you seen? If you check out any note, and in that note one signature will be there, so that is the signature. It is from whom? The Governor of Reserve Bank of our India. So here, like this way, this was fully owned subsidiary bank from whom in up to the 1976 till 1976 it was under the ownership of Reserve Bank of India, under the control of all the activities of this IDBI. It was under the control of Reserve Bank of India, but now it is transferred to whom? Central government. Now it is the activities, loans, whatever the debentures, shares, it will be owned. Now it is transferred to which one? Central government. We people have central government, state government as well as the central government. So like this way, this IDBI bank, it is the autonomous body. It renders direct financial assistance of a long term to the companies indirectly by purchasing shares and debentures of IFC, IFCI, SFC. It also grants loans to IFCI and SFC. It is going to share, take up. It is going to purchase the shares. Purchase the shares means this IDBI bank, whatever the money, it is the idle money, it is there in IFCI. Who is going to purchase that share from IFCI? IDBI bank. It is going to purchase that shares and debentures. If it is debt, means sometimes if the banks are in a debt, Sala. So that is if they are requiring money, who will help them? IDBI. And even sometimes it is going to provide which type of a finance? Long-term finance to whom? IFCI. Which one bank? That is the Bank of India. Which bank? Industrial Development Bank of India. So this is the third one. And next one is Exim Bank. Exim Bank means that is it is nothing but it is helping for exporters and importers. This one bank, it is going to help for whom? Exporters and importers. Exportation, whatever the goods to be produced in our country, if it is transferred from our country to another country, if it's supplied from our country to another country, means that is known as the exportation. And in same time, if we are taking the goods from other country, means that is called as the importation or import. So here they need charges. They need charges means while supplying the goods, while taking the goods from receiving the goods from other countries. So that charges. Who is going to provide the help? That is the Export and Import Bank. It is the Export and Import Bank of India. It was set up in which year? 1982. And it supports for the establishment of institutions for providing finance to exporters and importers. It also coordinates the working of various institutions engaged in financing export and import trade of India. And also it is working of various institutions, means various institutions, those who are handling cases regarding exportation and importation. It is helping for them also. It is going to give finance assistance to whom exporters and importers, the trade activities that to be done in our India. Apart from these, again, we people are having some other institutions. They are going to provide loan, you know very well, during emergencies. And sometimes what happens, you can borrow the money from your relatives. You people are getting the loan. You people, if you need money, you can ask the money without having any formalities. They will not make any formalities. They will pay. They will give to you. They will help to you, and that is the what we can say. That is comes under indigenous bankers. So here, apart from this, we are the investors. They are going to get credit from cooperative banks and also from a commercial banks. Commercial banks means that I told that we people are having a commercial banks. That is, you know very well, what is the syndicate bank is there, Canara Bank is there, and Canara Bank is there, and you people are having the Maharashtra Bank, Karnataka Bank is there. These all are called as the commercial banks. So here, like this way, we people are having how many institutions are there, boys? How many institutions are there? Six. What are those? Industrial Finance Corporation of India, State Financial Corporation, Industrial Development Bank of India, Export and Import Bank, Scheduled and Commercial Banks, Cooperative Banks. Now let us come to know about the long-term public deposit. Long-term public deposits. What is long-term public deposit? Public is going to deposit the money. For example, my money is there. If I am not keeping in banks, will I get any interest on my money? I need only 7,000 or 6,000. Remaining money, whatever the my salary is there, in that I'll get a 10,000 extra, and that 10,000 if I keep at home means, will I get any interest? Will I get? No. I won't get that idle money. It doesn't get any kind of interest. What I have to do? I have to invest that money in where? In a bank. If I deposit that money in bank means what I will get? Interest. So that is, you know very well. Savings account will be there. In that savings account, I will get interest. So there may be 2,000, 1,000. It depends upon we deposited in the banks. Based on that one, I'll get a interest. So here, a company can accept public deposits to meet long-term financial needs. The procedure to get these deposits are simple and do not involve any formalities. A company can accept these deposits for a period not exceeding a 5 year, means not more than 60 months. A company can accept these deposits from whom? Public. It will offer them to deposit their money in where? In a company. And what it is offering them? It is going to offer them interest. How much? It should be 8% to the 10 percentage. Not more than. It is not exceeding more than 8 to the 10 percentage. So if they are getting interest is allowed means the maximum amount that can be raised under public deposit shall not exceed 20% of the paid up capital of the company. So if they are ready to keep, then they will get interest. It should not be more than the maximum amount that can be raised under the public deposit shall not exceed. It should not more than 25 percentage. That is the paid up capital of the company. Capital means money. Capital means, don't think that is capital means some kind of materials. No, it is nothing but in a business organization we are calling it as a capital. That is finance. Venture capital. So here venture capital means sometimes some cases, what happens? It may be risky for me, even though I'm ready to do some works. Sometimes what happens? Some works it will be risky for me, even though I'm ready to work. Why? Because I get satisfaction from that work. My risk is there, but satisfaction is more for me. By that risk, I will get more satisfaction. Means I will be ready to do that work. I am thinking that potential. What is the fact? That is, I am going to take a risk. For what purpose I am going to take a risk? In business also, what happens? Some business organizations, they are going to undertake some risk, but their potential from that risk is more. Are you understanding? For example, it is a source of fund used to finance new projects involving new technology and production which has high risk but has a potential of high returns. Source of fund used to finance means they are going to finance funds to be financed on which one? On new technology in a production process. Some machines will be there. That machines, if the laborers are working in a industry, means that will be risky for them, even though they are ready. Why? Because by using of that machines, what if they will get a high potential? Potential means that is the yield, means the whatever the production is by that machine, it will be more. It will be more means they will get a high returns. Output it will be more from what? By that risk. So that is the reason they are going to finance that funds in where funds to be financed in where in a risky machines, in a some risky means methods of production, any kind of if they want to take any kind of risky lands, so then also they'll get a potential more. So that capital is called as the which capital? Which we can say it as a venture capital. The venture capital companies show active interest in technological aspects of the company in addition to supply the capital. Next one is the mutual funds. They are one of the long-term financial sources in India. They first appeared in 1964. This mutual fund, it was first appeared in which year? 1964. Mutual, understand. For example, I will say that you have to complete your lesson. What I will say, I will give one textbook and I will say that you both share this textbook. Mutually, you have to understand each other's and you have to complete your lesson. If you are quarreling with each other, means you can't complete your classwork. So that is in business mutual understand and mutual funds to be there by whom? By public as well as private people. They are one of the long-term financial resources in India. They first appeared in 1964. Today, India has a large number of mutual funds set up by both public and private sector undertakings. So here mutual funds. Who is going to invest the money? Public as well as private. The government is also assisting in business or any investment done that is not only from a private person but also from a public. Public means government. Mutual understanding is there. When they are going to understand with each other, means they can funds to be financed. How? By mutually. So that is called as the mutual fund is a fund sponsored by an institution to mobilize the savings of the community at large and invest them in diversified portfolio of securities. Example, Unit Trust of India, SBI, Magnum Equity Fund is there, LIC Growth Fund. Have you seen LIC Growth Fund is there? Who is going to make that fund? There is government as well as the private people. And UTI Market Plan, Prudential, ICICI Balance Fund is there. Industrial, that is your hand ICICI Banks. You people have seen or no? So they are getting the Prudential, ICICI Balance Fund, HDFC. That is income fund. How they are going to get the income means that is a fund to be financed by public limited companies as well as a private, means by government as well as by private person. Bajaj Alliance is there, so they are getting whose money? That is by public as well as the private. So like this way we people are having a mutual funds. At international level, global deposit receipts, American deposit receipt play an important role. International level, that is you know very well, GDR is there, American deposit receipt means income. They are going to deposit their money, that is from where? America. It is, you can see in this type of in a where in other countries. Capital markets. So here we already have learned about what are financial institutions and long-term deposit and venture capital mutual funds. Now you are going to learn about what are capital markets. There are of two types, namely money market and capital market. Here capital market, it has again two types. One is the money market and another one is the capital market. Here you are going to learn about what is the difference between a money market and a capital market. Capital market and money market are having different meanings. The term money market is used in a sense to mean financial institution which deals with the short-term funds in the economy. Money market arranges funds for working capital. Rate of interest is high compared to the institutions of capital market. The funds can be borrowed under money market for a short period, varying from a day, a week, a month, or 3 to 6 months, against the different types of instruments such as trade bills, bank acceptances, bonds, treasury bills, etc. So here money market means that is used in a sense to mean financial institution which deals with the shorter funds in the economy. So here it is going to deal, this money market it is going to which deal which one shorter arrangement of funds. Money market arranges funds for working capital. Money market, it is working for what? It is playing a role to work the capital. Means money market means they are getting money that to be invested. So here it is money market arranges funds. This money market, it is going to arrange what? Funds. What it is going to arrange? Funds for working capital. For whose funds? To work that capital. For working of which one? Capital. Funds arranged by money market for working of that capital. How the capital to be utilized and on which base they are getting the capital. How they are invested money and how it is working. Whether the capital invested by the person, whether it is working properly or no. And they are going to arrange nothing but money funds to work of capital. So here this one compared to the institutions of capital market, the rate of interest is high. Compared to capital market, the rate of interest of money market is high. And the funds can be borrowed under money market for a short period varying from a day. So they are getting money. They are borrowing money for a what? That is a very short period varying from one day, a day, a week, or for a month, or 3 to 6 months. They are getting money for what? A shorter period. It varies from a month. They can borrow it for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, or 3 to 6 months. Against the different types of instruments such as trade bills. Against of what? The instruments that is such as trade bills. Trade bills means they have, if they did trade, they have to do that bills. That is whatever the bill is there from trader, they have to pay or no, that is they must pay. That is for against of instruments such as trade bills, bank acceptances, bonds can be converted into money, treasury bills, etc. Commercial banks and indigenous bankers also play an important role in the money market. Who is providing this money market? Who is going to help the make the funds? Commercial banks and indigenous bankers means from money lenders. Indigenous bankers means money lenders. I said yesterday, some of them, if during emergencies time, what they will do? They will go to their relatives. Any person, if he is doing any that I told or no, but if you have yesterday I explained or no, if they are ready to pay the interest means they can borrow the money from that person. So here also they are getting this loan that funds from money market for a period of short term, and that is from where commercial banks and indigenous bankers. Next one is the capital market. It refers to the institutional arrangements for facilitating the borrowing and leading of long-term funds for fixed capital. The rate of interest is low when compared to the money market. Capital market means money market. It is only required for day-to-day working. Only for 1 day, 1 week means that is for temporary works. They require money. That is, they are getting it is known as a short-term money. That to be from where money market. Again, capital market. Capital market means suppose human resources are there. They have to pay the salaries for that. So that is they are getting the money, short-term money from where money market. And if the person, if the businessman, he wants to get any asset, if he wants to purchase any asset, that is potential of that asset, it is high for him. So then what he can do? He can get money. Which kind of money? He can go for a finance, financial institutions. That is from a long-term finance. From where? From the banks. It will become asset for him. That is nothing but capital. Capital means that will be maybe it is a land or whatever. It is one kind of asset for him. That is he will require that money for which purpose? Long-term purpose. That is comes under which one? Capital market. But here compare within short time they require the money from the banks means they will put them a high interest rate. But here long term period is itself a long term. They have to repay the loan for a period of a long term. There maybe it is more than 1 year or a 6 to the 6 months. So when they are having a bank, they can get the loan from them for a period of a long term. So their interest rate is very low compared to the money market. The financial institutions here capital market. Capital market means how they are getting capital from financial institutions. Financial institutions means that I explained that IFCI, SFC, IDBI, and Export and Import Bank, cooperative banks, and as well as the scheduled and commercial banks. Investment trusts, mutual funds will be there, are the leading financial institutions in the capital market. And now last one is the stock exchange. Have you heard about the stock exchange market? Stock exchange market. Sometimes gold rate it will hike and again it will come back. So in business, you people know very well how will be the business means. There will be up and down. So here, what we will say, there will be some fluctuations, some variations. Why we will get variations? Business itself, it says that they are going to take a risk. If I want to invest money means I may get profit, I may not get profit, but I am ready to take a risk. So that is called as the what? Risky things. And a business is nothing but undertaking of a risk. Here, you know very well, when the businessman is having more profit means he will be in a means there will be a recovery. Recovery means how he is going to get recovery? That you know very well. Means by that invested money. Suppose if he invested 10 lakh rupees, if he get 20 lakh rupees by that investment, how much profit will be there? He invested how much? 10 lakh rupees. And by the 10 lakh, how much he got? 20 lakh. What is the difference between profit? Whatever the money invested, how much it became double? It doubled or no? Means 10 lakh he invested. By that 10 lakh he got 10 extra, 10 lakh rupees extra money. That is profit. How much profit is there? Not 20 lakh, only 10 lakhs. Why? Because already he has invested 10 lakhs. By the 10 lakhs he is going to get 20 lakhs. And extra 10 lakhs is what for him? It will be profit for him. So in business also there will be some fluctuations. Sometimes he may get profit, again he will come down, again he will recover. This is called as the recovery, and recession will be there. Recession means coming down, and again he will move towards the up. Again he will move, come back to the down. He wants to recover himself. Now, stock exchange. It is one of the constituent of a capital market, a specialized marketplace that facilitates the exchange of securities that are already in existence is known as stock exchange or stock market. So here, exchange of securities that are already in existence is known as the stock exchange or stock market. Stock market means the people, those who are having money, they are going to invest that money in where? In a stock exchange market. They are going to share their money. This first stock exchange originated in London in year of 1973. First stock exchange market, it originated in the where? In London. In which year? 1773. But first stock exchange market in India, it was started in where? Stock exchange was started in Mumbai, that is Bombay. First stock exchange, it was it started in where in India means that is in Bombay. In which year? 1875. At present, there are 24 stock exchanges in the country. So here, at present, there are how many stock exchanges are there? 24 stock exchanges are there in our country. Which country? That is country called as the India. Of them, 13 are public limited companies. Stock exchange companies, again here also. Who is going to own that stock exchange companies? That is by government. Among that were 13. How many are there? 13 are public limited companies and 6 are limited companies by guarantee, and others are voluntary profit making organizations. Remaining, their intention, their objective is only profit making. So they are considered profit making organizations. Only 8 stock exchanges are permanent and others have to renew their license every year. How many stock exchange companies are there? There are, I said that 24 stock exchange companies. And in that, only how many are permanent? 6 are permanent. Sorry, 8. Only 8 stock exchanges are permanent, and remaining every year. Every year means, for example, license will be there. whatever the license. For example, if I want to register my name in a recruitment officer, employment office means I have to every 5 years or 3 years I have to renew my employment name, whichever I registered my name in employment officer. So like that, here also they have to renew their names every year. The stock exchanges regulate and control business in buying, selling, and leading in securities. They are regulated by the government. They do not engage only in the purchase and sale of securities, but provide a place where members can carry out their business on their own account under codes, rules, and regulations. Here, the stock exchange regulate and control business, buying of what shares, buying of and selling and dealing of securities. Securities means whatever they have securities. For example, their money, securitized money to be invested, they are regulated by the government. Means some conditions will be there, some limitations will be there. Who is going to make them to uh, follow that regulations? Government. They do not engage only in the purchase and sale of securities, but provide a place where members can carry out their business. Not only buying and selling of securities. Stock exchange companies, they are not only buying and selling the securities, but also it is going to make them to provide a place where the businessman they can carry out their activities. Stock exchange market means only not buying and selling of securities, but also it is going to show them a place where the businessman they can carry out their business activities under their own account. Account means they are having some accounts. Demat account. Have you heard? That is it will be opened, means that account to be only it is for only for whom the businessmen, means those who are sharing their monies, those who are buying and selling of securities under some rules and regulations. The National Stock Exchange, NSE. Have you heard about this one? NSE, National Stock Exchange. Stock exchange was set up for the purpose of providing a nationwide stock trading facility to investors so as to bring the Indian financial market in line with the international financial markets. It started its operation in the year of 1993. NSE, National Stock Exchange, means they are going to exchange. What they are going to exchange? Some facilities will be there for whom traders. Traders means the person if he is going to do trade. Trade means his money. For some traders will be there at their home only through the online. They are doing trading. Means they are going to invest their money in a crude oil, any other on gold. They will invest their money. By that money, they are going to invest. If they are going to mark the 1,000 rupees, on that 1,000 rupees, they will get 10 rupees. So like this way, they are going to do trade at home also, and even they can do trading in a stock companies, joint stock companies. This national stock exchange, it is making them to give some facilities for to make them to be take participation in a international level also, and they can become computerized. Now settlement is there, extending the facility of electronic trading to every corner of the country. Electronic trading means at their home only they will come to know about what is the price of oil in other country. Will they come or no? Now everything it is online, and by that electronic trading service. Electronic trading service means they can do at their home only, trade to be done at their home. How? By that machines. Electronic machines means that is computer, laptops, everything they can use, even mobile phone also. And shareholders have to open a separate account to buy and sell shares. It is called as the demat account. So here what I told, I had explained that there must be a need of a account that is not saving account. Whatever we people are having saving account in bank. Myself as a teacher, my salary to be what to be, if I am getting 17,000 or any others more than 70,000, some amount of money I can keep with me for the daily transaction, and the remaining money, what I will do, I am going to keep that money in banks. That is where in a saving account. So here, these traders, they must have one account. The name of that account is a demat account. What is the function of the demat account? That is, they are going to purchase and also sell the shares. Their money can be shared, and again they can purchase and sell their money. Purchase some others money also, they can some gold, some kinds of gold also to be purchased by this by this demat account. If they are having this demat account, what they can do, they can buy and sell their shares. It is known as the demat account. Demat account means buying and selling of shares. And now demat account provides security of these shares. Nowadays, buying and selling of shares is not possible without a demat account. So in those time, trade was there. During the period of kings also, they were doing trade through the sea routes. They were supplying some kinds of goods. And now also, there are now the people, normal people also, if they are ready to do trade, by the help of the demat account, they can do the trade. This without this demat account, the shares and the whatever the money to be sold out, whatever the money it to be purchased, that cannot be possible by trader. Demat account, it is very necessary for all. So this is about what we can say it as a financial management. Here, what I had explained. I had explained about the meaning of a finance, role and importance of a finance, financial institutions, as well as a capital market and a money market, stock exchange market, and you have learned about two types of finance. One is the short term finance and another one is the long term finance. So this you have learned from which chapter? Second chapter of financial management. And one more chapter, that is accounting in business, that was explained by which sir has explained accounting in business. That is how you are going to manage the accounts in a business. That is third chapter from business studies. And already I had explained about geography, 9 lessons. Our state Karnataka I had explained. Physiography division I had explained. Climate, soils, land resources of our Karnataka state, water resources of Karnataka state, and you people learned about human resources, natural resources from economics chapter, and you people learned about the population of our Karnataka state, and one more chapter is there, that is the industries of our Karnataka state. So that lesson I will explain in tomorrow's class. Before that, whatever the notes to be provided for you all of you must write that notes along with some proper exercise. Proper exercise means that I have said that to draw the maps in your classwork. I have already said that to draw the maps in where in your classworks. So this one, and only remaining two, three, 5 lessons are there. That is from history. Within this month, that to be also continued, and that to be finished as soon as you people have to submit your classworks to your subject teachers. Population of Karnataka. That lesson I had said that how the literacy rate is there. That is according to the that is district wise. They had given one table. Just to you people draw that table in your classwork. And even poverty and hunger, labor and employment, some graphs are there about GDP, about primary sector and contribution from primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. some graphs are there that you have to draw in your classwork. Poverty and hunger, labor and employment. That is for third and fourth chapter of economics. And now, industries of Karnataka. That is industries of Karnataka that I will explain about iron and steel industries, cotton textile industries, and you people are going to learn about sugar industry and cement industry, paper industry. That you are learning one by one from industries of our Karnataka. Means industries means important industries. That from where? That is from our Karnataka state. Just they had given the names of industries and their what are their functions and how they are getting raw materials. Some of them they are called as the agro-based industries. Some of them they are called as the forest-based and mineral-based industries. Which are called as the forest-based and which are based on mineral resources. They are all comes under which one? The industries of our Karnataka state. And their importance in our Karnataka. That you know very well. Mysore Steel Iron Limited Company is there. So MSIL, and now it is called as the Vishweshwaraya Steel and Iron Company. One of the person, his name is Sir M. Vishweshwaraya. His contribution to our country is more because he was one of the person. He was started some industries in where in Karnataka. Some essential industries. First in Karnataka, some kind of essential industries that were started. For example, that rice mills, soap factories, and even a paper industry. Afterwards, some large industries that located in Karnataka. But before that, mills means rice mills. Some other mills that were you can see in our place called as the Karnataka. And here, some industries they require some kind of weather. For example, sugar factory is there. Sugar factory means where the sugar cane it is more available. In that places, they are going to locate sugar factories. Sugar factories, they are getting the raw materials from whom? From the farmers. Sugar cane, it will be provided by whom? Farmers. What is the input in an industry? Sugar cane is a raw material. By the help of this sugar cane, they can prepare sugar. So, like this way, we people are having industries in our Karnataka state that I will explain in the next class. Thank you, one and all. Stay safe at home.